Well, because of the whole like financial crisis and stuff, like when the stock market crashed, like personally, like my college savings all went out the window because of like how my dad's like financial advisor never would like invest it and stuff. So like, how can you start saving now?
Let's say hypothetically, I have a friend named Nicole, and she has a problem with swiping her credit card too much and spending money that she doesn't really have, but be wise to cut her credit card.
Is Nicole in the room?
Yeah. Well, it's not her, it's me.
I just thought like it'd be fun to have a credit card so I could swipe it and get what I want when I want it. But then I learned that's not good.
The consumer in the United States has more debt than any other consumer in the world. Isn't that amazing? Why? Because we have been encouraged on the TV, on radio, to buy.
Yesterday, I was at Old Navy spending money I didn't have. And they was on football. And they wanted me to buy a credit card, not buy it, but sign up, and I could save 15%. But when I opened the pamphlet, I saw these numbers that were kind of big with percentage rates on it. But I wanted to get it, and I still might go back and get it, but what is a good enough interest rate? They had like 2.8 next week, 28.
Each group basically has a different scenario working on. And what we're trying to do is bring these people up to a point. We're taking them to financial freedom.
She also drives a car that constantly needs repairing.
Her car is worth $1,000.
I don't know why it doesn't.
It's here, they don't have.
Like whether she should buy for gifts or buy for things.
I think she should stop
And then to get that money, you have to know how you're going to get that money.
She doesn't need 400.
Put it here, $40.
$60.
$40.
If you're gonna need a combo pass, it's $60 though.
Really?
Yeah, it's a combo pass.
I think working with the calculators online and seeing the numbers change, looking at the graphs and seeing how, things can exponentially grow or not grow, that helped them a whole lot.
When we put in her expenses, her tax, her retirement, her health insurance, and her car insurance, all those, she's in debt of $750. So what we did was that we had to take out of that debt, which was hard, but we did it.
Frances' money, she was $953.33 in monthly expenses debt. And here's what we did to make her debt free.
Originally, Frances only put $100 a month towards retirement. If she continued at this rate, she would have accumulated $351,428 by the time she was 65.
Although Frances is still living pretty large, she has paid off her credit card debt and is getting well prepared for retirement.
One of the best ways of assessing is for them individually to present what they learned, how they work problems out, how they problem solve, how they put it all back together.
If you ask anybody, I'm kind of like in debt, I guess you could say. So I've just learned that that's not like a good way to start out, like with a big account being in debt. So I'm trying to save my money and pay off the debt.
I learned to keep my fixed costs low so I can fluctuate my variable costs.
It's good to start putting money away earlier so that when you're going to retire, you have a good amount of money saved up that you could spend.
If you don't have the money to pay for what you're about to purchase with the credit card, then you shouldn't really do it because it'll take you a long time to pay off the credit card debt plus the interest fees, and you'll end up paying a lot more than what you paid for originally.
I talked to my parents about it, and I'm telling them they should save their money too. I'm sure we're comfortable now, but I'm sure it would be more useful in the future. So.
I think most classmates realize that now they have to go to college and try to get their bachelor's, because without that you're making less than $18,000 a year.
If the class were longer, is there anything you wish they would have gone into more depth with?
Just more financing on the credit card thing, and if you really should have one or how many you should have depending on your situation.
I really want to learn more about that, like stocks and bonds and CDs, and how to choose which bank is right for you.
I just want to learn how not to be when I get out of college, how not to be in serious debt, because I know you have to pay off school finances when you can't pay it off right away.
Younger people today, people around my age, use their credit card and they're in debt. They're messing themselves up really a lot because what happens when you want to buy a house or a car? You can't really go buy a house and a car if your credit's really bad.